Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome back for some Dominion 6. I've said that phrase a whole hell of a lot. Last time we tried M.A. Kuhn from Nye's New Nations. And much like E.A. Kuhn, maybe when I see just cute fox girls, my brain just kind of melts and I don't know how to play Dominions anymore. But we can't seem to make it work. We had a shitty random roll ending up against Pyrene with all fire resist all the time. So that just didn't help. I probably could have restarted as soon as I saw it, but I thought we might be able to make it work. And usually it's more fun to like try to adapt than just be like, no, I want to play where I have the big advantage and you suck. Oh well. Let's roll up another nation. 40. That is going to be L.A. Merseyshire. I believe this is from a halfling mod, I think. Yes. This is from the Halfling Havoc mod, which I initially passed by and skipped. And then I went back and re-added it after playing Ardania, which is the creator's other mod, and I thought that was really interesting and unique, and I was like, okay, well, they've earned my respects, and now let's see if they can hold my respects. So we're going to disable Nye's New Nations. We're going to enable Halfling Havoc, which is here. And yeah, this adds Vanlaw, Merseyshire, and Mahinda. Yeah, 2 late age, 1 middle age. He must like late age, because 3 of the 4 nations he's made are late age. How unusual. So I passed this by originally because it was kind of a silly mod. And I don't like anything in life that's silly. But if it's a good nation, it's a fun nation, it's a fun nation. I mean, who am I to judge? Merseyshire, Eternal Elevenses. After the great heathen army got bored and sailed away for more exciting lands, the men of Man claimed lordship over Merseyshire. The halflings claimed to be loyal and devoted subjects, and since neither side wanted to press these claims, everyone was happy. Merseyshire once more became a collection of semi-autonomous, self-governing communes, enjoying their agricultural idyll and squabbling among themselves in a friendly way. Of course, there was the rule of the Lord Protector, but that was brief and ended in a celebratory barbecue. And the Neo-Druids performed blood sacrifices in the woods every Friday night, but they're good halflings and those goats would have been eaten anyways. And every other week, some eccentric or engineer manages to blow something up. But other than that, Merseyshire is a land of agricultural idyll, where the fields are protective and the culinary arts are elevated to a level unmatched in the entire world. Yet peace is never eternal, and the disappearance of the Pantocrator has thrown Merseyshire into uncertainty and confusion. Only the arrival of the new god has stopped the halflings from running around like chickens with their heads cut off. Emboldened by their new patron, the meager halflings have decided to have a proper go at this Ascension War business. The yeomanry was summoned, the police were mustered once everyone realized how terrible the yeomanry was, and mercenary contracts are being signed. The local thieving clubs have even decided to do their patriotic duty by stealing from enemy lands. With the support of the new god, the halflings seek allies from beyond the plains, whether they be traditional food elementals or new and hungry demons. The halflings have always argued among themselves, but now the time has come to squabble with the entire world. See what I'm saying about silliness? But, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's intended to just be like a broken as fuck, wild, just have fun nation. I didn't really think so. But I don't know. So we have halflings of small stature but great appetite, and prized animals herded together for war. Sacred farm animals, incompetent yeomanry, sturdy constables, cunning ne'er-do-wells, And exceptional mercenaries. Strong nature and earth magic, good fire, air, and water, good blood and capital, but weak elsewhere. Average priests, divinely inspired researchers, able to convert temples, nice. Turmoil +1, growth +1, and fortified cities. Alright. And then, holy shit, a metric shit ton of commanders and units. Good God, we'll be here a while. Alright, Yeoman Captain, 60 leadership, Gluttony 4, Dark Vision 33, Defense Organizer 1, riding a goat. Okay. Merseyshire Ranger Captain, 80 leadership, Stealth 40, Gluttony 4, Dark Vision 33. Okay, so they're all going to have those traits, I assume. Swineherd, 80 leadership, has a 20% chance for nature blood magic, Animal Law 3, Trample, size 4. Well, that can still trample humans, you know? Well, funnily enough, the Rider has Trample, which wouldn't really ever apply. Well... Okay, so if his mount dies, he can trample small animals of size 1, I suppose. Very funny. Obviously a holdover from the Dominions 5 when it was 1 unit. He also has Beastmaster 3, Uninspiring 1. And the Swine is Sacred, actually, with 4. Trample size 4. And Berserk 3. Gentleman Farmer is Stealth 40, Assassin 0, with a Rapier and Crossbow. 17 defense and a Parry 2 cape. Intendant, 100 leadership, Gluttony 4, Dark Vision 33, straight up. Dark Vision 33 means that if we cast Darkness, like -3 Darkness, Solar Eclipse, the enemies will have -3 to their attack, defense, precision, and we'll have -2. So it's like, yeah, I mean, I guess it's nice. If we cast full darkness, they'll have -6, we'll have -4. I suppose it's something. It is a swing. Yeah, Thief, 50 leadership, Stealth 65, Spy, Cause Unrest 2. Mercenary Captain, 150 leadership, Inspirational +1, pretty solid, riding a War Goat with light scale barding. Vicar, 1 holy, 4 research, divine insights, so you can have a number of these guys researching in a province equal to the Dominion candles there. Yeah, I mean, they're cheap, 60 gold, 1 recruitment point, especially if you take magic scale. It's nice little extra research for cheap. Rector, 2 holy, does not have divine insights. Apprentice Butcher, Earth, Nature, or Blood, 7 research for 60 bucks. If money's getting real tight, you need researchers. Prep Cook, Nature 1, Fire, Air, Water, Earth, 9 research for 85 bucks. It's really better. I don't know why you'd even bother with the Apprentice Butcher, but that's just me. Eccentric, 1 Earth, Fire, Air, Water, Earth. Forge bonus -20%. Ouch, you have to spend 20% extra gems if this guy crafts it. But he does have Master Smith 1. Also, he has an Unfathomable Contraption. Range 30, 1 precision, 6 slashing, armor piercing, 12 shots. Sometimes used in melee. It's a shotgun. Okay. Electrophile, 1 air, fire, air, water, earth. Forge bonus -20%. Master Smith with a voltaic pile driver. 7 attack, 24 piercing. Basically a pickaxe. Merseyshire Butcher, 1 earth, 1 nature. Earth, nature, blood. 11 research for 155. And, you know, 2/3 of them will be pretty useful to me. This is looking like sort of most likely one that I would go with so far. Caterer, 2 nature, fire, air, water, earth. Okay, if I really just want 2 nature, there you go. Merseyshire Chef, 2 nature, fire, earth, and air, water. This is a lot of sort of redundant stuff, I gotta say. Trained engineer, cap only. Air 1, earth 1, fire, air, water, and fire, water, earth. They have that forge bonus penalty and Master Smith 1. There will be uses for these guys, although I don't think I'd bother with, like, the eccentric or something. There's a lot of redundancies here. Merseyshire Neo-Druid, cap only. 1 nature, 2 blood, fire, earth, nature. Yep, that's a good way to do blood. Merseyshire Neo-Druidess, cap only. Air, water, nature. Okay, it's slightly different. Master Butcher, cap only. 265 gold, 4 recruitment points. 2 earth, 2 nature, earth, nature, blood, 10% for another one. It's pretty nice. These guys, you know, 2/3 of them will have 3 earth or 3 nature, and a very rare few might get 4 earth or 4 nature, which is delicious, obviously. Price is good. Recruitment points between 4. Yeah, we're definitely not going to start with these guys. That's very low research, but eventually. And Master Chef, cap only. 3 nature, fire, earth, and air, water, and fire, air, water, earth, and 10% for fire, air, water, earth, nature. So it's going to be a big jumble. They can get up to 2 fire reliably. They could get up to 2 air reliably, 2 water, 2 earth. But getting the 4 nature on these guys is going to be really tricky. But reliable 3 nature is kind of good, and it kind of depends on national spells and stuff. Okay. Units. Yeoman Slinger. Yeah, I mean, most of these are going to be kind of what you expect. This one, the highlight is Merseyshire Bee Sting, range 30, 11 precision, 10 blunt. Yeoman Staffling gets a quarterstaff, length 3, 11 attack, 10 blunt. It's not a bad weapon. They also have 10 protection on the body and 15 defense, but 5 hit points, 7 morale, 7 speed is pretty shitty. Spearling actually gets a shield, parry 4 and 15 defense with 10 protection. 10 attack on the spear for 9 damage. Okay. Sword Constable goes up to 6 hit points, 14 protection, 16 defense, and a parry 4 shield, 13 MR, 9 morale, but 5 speed, 11 attack sword for 11 damage. It's also obvious that all of these units are size 2, so 5 to a square, which is quite a bit of a damage multiplier at scale. Assuming you can land hits and actually do damage with any hits. Pike Constable trades out shield for a length 4 short pike, 10 attack, 12 piercing. Sergeants. I thought they would have had standard, but no. They have a Sergeant Axe, length 1, 11 attack, 15 slashing. Pickpockets. Stealth 60, pause and rest 0.3, which means that if you have the thief who causes us 2 unrest and he's carrying 50 pickpockets that all have 0.3 unrest, that's I don't know, like 16 unrest, so 18 total. 18 unrests that they can just kind of generate as a pack roaming around the enemy lands. That's pretty nasty. And stealth 60 is decently high, to be honest, so that's a pretty obnoxious strategy. I don't know how much it really impacts the AI, but it could. They tend to have just units everywhere, patrolling everywhere, though, so I don't know, but maybe. It's kind of funny. Would I really notice how much it impacts the AI? I don't know. Merseyshire Ranger, also in all forests. 8 protection, and they have longbows. Range 45, 12 precision, 12 piercing. pretty nice. Depends on what we're going up against, but I assume I'm going to get some units that can actually tank that. So that is a nice option. These are dirt cheap and 5 to a square, so you can have a lot of arrows going down range. Detective. With patrol bonus 1. That's basically what they're there for. Burglar. Oh, actually, these guys have, well, they have stealth 40, so that's worse, but they cause more unrest, 0.5. So 50 of these with the thief would be 27 unrest. That's pretty nasty. And they're dirt cheap, so it could be fun to do. But other than that, they have the beasting slings. If you get caught, I mean, you're all dead, and it's just, that is what it is. Highway lean. Well, these guys cause 0.3 unrest, stealth 40. They have short sword, but they have crossbows. Well, 50 of them with crossbows, yeah, you might be able to handle something that spots you, but I think in our case, probably not. Mercenary crossbowing. Okay, so this is our much heavier option. You're sort of, yeah, this is a trifecta unit, I would say. Not amazingly, but it is. 6 hit points, 14 protection, 17 defense with a parry 2 cape. Which means that if it hits the shield, you're adding 4 protection, which isn't much. They have a rapier, 12 attack, 11 piercing, and a crossbow, range 40, 14 precision, 10 armor piercing. 10 armor piercing is okay. That means if they have more than like 18 protection, it's not really going to do anything. But, well, this is late age. Yeah, it's hard to say. They would... Yeah, it's hard to say. We don't really have much fire. So you have Hail of Burning Embers. But we do have strong nature, so you could do Hail of Serpent Fangs. Doppelsoldner. 8 hit points, 21 protection, 14 defense, 13 MR, 12 morale, 4 speed. They have length 2 greatswords, 13 attacks, 17 slashing damage. This is our most solid unit so far. High resources at 23, but that's not a problem on this map. So, yeah, these guys could certainly butcher, especially 5 to a square. Gentleman Cavalry. Cavalry lean. Alright, it's a size 2 unit on a size 3 mount, which means that practically all attacks will be hitting the rider, which is probably good. 6 hit points, 14 protection, 18 defense with shield, 13 MR, 8 morale, 20 speed, and they have a light lance, which is pretty minimal. The riding goat, 2 protection, 8 hit points with a shitty headbutt. It's really just like a harassment unit. You might clip something in the rear, but the charge bonus is going to be pretty minimal here because they only have 6 strength. So you're basically having a 12 damage on charge. It's not great. You'll kill maybe a mage, but that's about it. And cavalry on the 1v1 typically is not viable due to the doom stacks we go up against. Halfling Badger. 6 hit point, 14 protection, 11 defense, 13 MR, 11 morale, 6 speed. They have a pickaxe, 8 attack, 15 damage. I've never used a pickaxe weapon in this game, and I probably will never outside of a meme build. Well, like, I just force myself, like, okay, we're gonna play... I don't know. Is it Gartha or... No. Who gets pickaxes? Becrades? Beck... I could have sworn there's some Beckride with a pickaxe, or some sort of a Garthan with a pickaxe. Yeah, I mean, pickaxes have -2 attack and -2 defense, so typically they're just complete garbage. I don't think we've ever seen a Sacred with a pickaxe. And, I don't know, now I'm trying to think of who has a pickaxe. According to this, M.A. Ulm has sappers with crossbows and pickaxe, and L.A. Agartha has a sapper with cave fire bottle and pickaxe. Is that really it? Huh. I could have sworn it's more than that, but maybe it's just on a lot of modded nations. They have a weak bite, 10 attack, 6 slashing, max 1 damage, and the Arbalest, which is the main thing. So it's range 50, 14 precision, 14 armor piercing every 3 rounds. Nothing we have will stand up to that, so this would have to be a standalone unit. But I think that 32 recruitment points is kind of high. But if the enemy is just really high prot, it might be viable to just spam Arbalest. Hussar, 6 hit points, 14 protection, 17 defense, no shield, 13 MR, 12 morale, 17 speed only. They have a saber, 13 attack, 14 slashing, with charge bonus. Holy shit. I've never seen that. Charge bonus on a sword. It's still garbage, of course. It's still only +3, but still. 17 slashing on the charge. And they have crossbows, which is 10 armor piercing. They don't have mobile archer, though, so it's a little tricky. War Goat has 11 hit points and 12 protection, 14 defense. Only 5 MR, though. Prize-winning Goose. Sacred, not cap only. 7 hit points, 0 protection, 8 defense, 8 MR, 8 morale. Flying, undisciplined. With an 8 attack, 4 damage Goose Buffet. It's a meme. I mean, yeah, it's a fucking meme. Ethereal will give them some survivability, but at the cost of everything else. Really, your best bet is probably just Death Explosion, which is pretty funny because it is exploding geese. I mean, it's worth it for the meme alone, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, you're not gonna do. There's really nothing that's gonna make this work as far as like an actual combatant. They'll die to anything. You have to boost up the attack and give them like flaming weapons for them to even do anything in combat. And then even then, they're just gonna die very quickly. So yeah, Death Explosion's the only real thought. Prize-winning Rooster. That poise, that presence, that plumage. This is truly a prize-winning Rooster. Equally as shit, it just has standard 1. But yeah, it's basically the same thing. Prize-winning Swine, cap only sacred. Now we're getting into a little bit something maybe more viable. 18 hit points, size 4, 3 protection, 7 defense, 5 MR. I mean, it's not really, but 13 morale, 14 speed. Trample. Berserk +3, undisciplined, 7 attack, gore for 14 slashing. Berserk, assuming they survive a hit, which they probably will survive 1. Bumps them up to 10 attack and 17 damage. Trample, or Enlarge, would probably be the biggest thing you'd want to get on them just to enhance their trample, but it's a bummer. Ethereal would be the prime choice as far as a defensive bless, because it covers most things, but it cuts your trample in half, and they're pretty useless without it. You could also give them Death Explosion, but they carry a lot more risks of hurting your own troops with Death Explosion. So it's hard to say. Still pretty shit. And prize-winning Heifer. Cap only. 35 hit points, size 6. 2 protection, 7 defense, 5 MR, 8 morale. 18 speed, trample, undisciplined, a gore and a hoof. Low attack, high damage. Tricky. Stygian Flesh could, give him 10 natural protection versus mundane, but you'd need more than that, I think there's a world where this could work. Stygian Flesh, Enlarge. Maybe. Enlarge is going to give him an extra, like, 11 hit points to 46, give or take. I don't know, something like that. So 46 hit point, 10 natural protection versus mundane. And they'd also be size 7 tramplers. That would only cost you 1 resource, 40 gold. Like, that's probably viable. You're still going to lose a shit ton, but there's literally no way not to lose them. Unless your opponent doesn't have archers, in which case you could go for awe instead. But you're paying quite a bit. And it might be better to just meme on them with exploding geese. Hard to say. Alright, summons. We can get black dogs. We can get lesser spice, herb, butter, and salt elementals in combat. Spice elementals are difficult to hit and too spicy for most beings to tolerate. Okay. You get 1 of them for 1 gem. Herb elementals are difficult to hit. Use their special blend to lull enemies to sleep. Butter elementals, difficult to wound, slow down their foes with creamy goodness. Salt elementals are robust and regenerate damage. They can trample over lesser foes or strike with their mighty fists. Okay, so Heat Aura, Sleep Aura, Slimer, and Regen and Trample. I would say Heat Aura is the least viable for my purposes. Because it's just annoying to lose units to your own shit. Sleep Aura is pretty awesome because it doesn't affect allies at all, and it can be really handy. Slimer, not bad, but it does require them to get attacked, and it's hard to say how tough they are. And then this is probably your best bet. Regen and Trample could be really strong, depending on their protection and hit points and stuff. But it is 1 elemental for 1 gem. But it sounds like we might have a lot of nature gems, so cornucopia is all around. We can get bears, we can get a herd of moose, and then we have various packs. Aravind, Daphne, Kerrigold, and Stavely. Why do I feel like these names are references to something? I don't know. I don't know. There's apparently a Indian spice blend in Canada called Arvindas. Well, that's not quite the same. So this summons 1 spice elemental at your capital for 2 gems. Okay, so these will allow us to see all of them outside of combat to see which one's worth doing. We'll get all of those and see how it goes. We do get access to Kushi, which is probably our best sacred choice, but it feels wrong to skip over the memes for this silly nation. And also, we might be heavily gem-starved because it's late age, so we can't really rely on Kushi too much. There's also Bargas, which are sacred, similar for death gems, but same thing. So this is a bigger sum. Okay, so this is the regular size. Requires 3 nature and then 2 fire, air, water, earth. Still 1 gem. And then there's the living version, which is 4 nature and 2 of the other. 2 gems, but you get 4 plus. And then we can also get lords of each one. 65 nature gems. Mother Oak is going to be pretty darn essential, I think. We do have a guy that can get 3 nature reliably, but I think nature on the Pretender might be important. Alteration, we get Lesser Blessing of Spice, Nature Fire. Grants Heat Aura to all friendly units in the area effect, 3+1. But this offers no heat resistance, and should only be cast on true Capsaicinophils. Regular Blessing of Spice, 3 nature, 1 fire, 2 nature gems. AoE 15, plus 10 fire resist, and heat aura to all friendly units. Okay, well, that changes things a little bit. That changes things a little bit. It's good. Might not be necessary depending, but it helps with the death explosion we're almost certainly going for. And then the Greater Blessing of Spice, 4 nature gems, but gives your entire army 10 fire resist and heat aura, which is pretty fucking ridiculous when we have 5 to a square unit. That's a lot of heat. Yeah, a little tricky. 4 nature, 3 fire. Basically, we have to get one with 2 fire, Thistle Mace, Summon Phoenix Power, and they have to have the Eye of Gaia. Okay. Evocation. Herbal Shot. This is 30 armor negating fatigue. This is 30 armor negating fatigue poison. MR check for half. But it's only 1 target, so yeah. Glob of Butter is AoE 1 armor negating fire damage, and a buttery coating, which I assume is like slime. Okay. Splash of Butter is short range, AoE 3, 1 armor negating fire, and buttery coating. Herbal Spray. 10 plus number of effects, range 30. 30 armor negating fatigue, MR check for half. Not bad. Rain of Butter. 35 plus range, 6 plus 1 area effect, 1 armor negating fire, and buttery coating. Yeah, I mean, the 1 armor negating fire damage is like, it's nice. Especially if you have fire resist on your whole army and stuff. It might get a kill or 2, maybe, but it'll soften things up, like, a little bit. But mostly you're going for the buttery coating, which is a slow effect. Half combat speed, -2 attack, -2 defense. I would imagine that's what it is. Pure Salt. Range 32 area effect, Desiccation, armor negating. Which is really heavy 2d8 fatigue every round or something like that. Herbal Blast. So this is range 45 plus 5. 1 area effect, but 25 plus number of effects. 25 plus 1. And it's 50 armor negating poison fatigue. This is a great thing to just blast out at the start of battle a couple times. Yeah, that's really quite strong. That's good. It is Evocation 7 and requires 3 nature, 2 air, but still. Construction. We can construct Voltaic Harvesters. 15 plus 1 of them for 12 air gems. They have greater endurance than Clockwork Horrors, but are otherwise identical. Okay. I mean, Clockwork Horrors, I haven't made these in decades. So they're just better versions of that that require slightly more air gems rather than earth gems. Combined Harvester. 3 of them for 1. They're hardier, more robust than regular Voltaic Harvesters. Iron Flies we can get. Very nice. 6 plus 1 for 15 air gems. Gems are very much a problem, though. Enchantments. We can get Holding Warriors. I think they're undead. 4 plus 1/2 for 14 nature gems. They better be pretty freaking good. Holding Marks Giants. 4 plus 1/2 for 14 nature gems. Holding Champion. 24 nature gems. And Sorceress, 30 nature gems. Damn, dude. Thaumaturgy. Consecrate Church Grim. You get 14 of them for 7 death gems. They are respected as sacred protectors, but are also feared as omens as death. They're also very good boys, even if they slobber ectoplasm everywhere. Church Grimmer. 11 of them for 9. Okay. Blood magic. Unleash Inedia Spirit for 1 blood slave in combat. 100 range, AoE 1, decay, MR negates. Inedian Goose. They are commanders with blood 1, plus 100 earth or death, but minus 1 to all paths when forging. Inedian Boar for 14 slaves. Tough and constantly emit foul vapors, but they are too sensible to trample their foes like Merseyshire swine. They constantly emit poison. Inedian Great Boar, Death 1, Blood 1 with 100% Earth Blood, 100% Death Blood. Inedian Cohort in combat for 5 Blood Slaves. It's 10 plus 2 area effect decay, MR negates. For 500 fatigue. Jesus. King of the Inedia, unique commander with Earth 1, Death 3, Blood 4. And Slaves Before Swine. 10 plus 1 Inedian Boars. Okay, I mean, Blood is sort of the most reliable thing you can get going in late age. Compared to gem sites and stuff. But I don't know. Impersonal Blessing, 1 to Holy. Range 100, 5 plus. Okay, so it's just a long-range blessing. The halflings developed a special long-range blessing to avoid getting gored by an angry pig. Okay, that's nice. Alright. The first rooster. 112 hit points, 11 protection, 18 MR, 30 morale. It has a bow slot and a head slot. What the fuck? 1 fire, 1 astral, fear 5, flying, fire resist 15. Okay, I wouldn't say it's especially amazing, but it's funny. The Great Moose. This is a new one. This is a new one that they just added with that recent patch. So it must be that there's just like a... Yeah, I don't know how it works exactly, but I assume there's like a tag system for nations just to give them access to like certain categories of pretenders. So obviously we get all like the animal ones. So the Great Moose has 145 hit points, size 9, 12 protection. It is a trampler, which is pretty good. 18 MR, 30 morale, 2 miscellaneous slots, nature 1, glamour 1. Recuperation built on, which is nice. Has an antler attack and a hoof attack. New paths cost 80. It's not super good or anything. It does come with 1d6 moose. Pretty much are gonna... I feel like you kind of have to buy into Earth or something, but... Tramplers, I usually like to go into Death or Soul Vortex. Okay. Corruptor Chef. Okay. He can change into a Corruptor Butcher. He's got Fire, Nature, Blood, Flying, Death, Dark Power 2, Assassin 3, Adept Crossbreeder 5. Otherwise, he's like a Rainbow Mage with new pass cost 40. I don't know why you'd pick this exactly. We also have the Ultimate Chef. 150 points, new magic pass cost 20. 1 nature. Does have Master Ritualist 1, which is pretty nice. But you are paying for that for sure. Alfed's Daughter, 100 points, new pass cost 10. Extra 1 nature and generates 1 nature gem. Well, if I was going to do a Rainbow Mage, that would be the one I'd pick. I was leaning towards Rainbow Mage, to be honest. Moyaf Gourmand. 100 hit points, 10 natural protection. It's pretty good for a Titan. Cost 290, 18 MR, 30 morale. Growth +1, magic +1, 2 nature, 1 blood. Built-in regen, that's pretty nice. Although, Yeah, it's pretty nice, because then he has nature, so he can get 20% regen, which at base is 20 hit points a round. It's pretty good. Built-in recuperation, that's nice. Reinvigoration 6, that's nice. Corpse Eater 20, up to 5,000 extra hit points. And Unsurroundable 1. There's a pummel with 3 attacks and a left hook. Not a bad Titan option. The reason I was leaning towards Rainbow Mage was mostly for gem purposes. Well, gem purposes and ritual purposes or foraging purposes. The fact this one has Master Ritualist kind of appeals to me, but it kind of appeals to me. Archmage is 90. New pass costing 10. I mean, that's a bit better, but the free gem gen is kind of nice. And this one starts with nature. This one, like, we just won't have as much paths. So the site searching wouldn't be as good. I don't really care about having all the paths as far as, like, our bless is concerned. I mean, we're going to talk about the bless in a second, but Master Ritualist 1 could be pretty handy. Shit, I don't know, man. Oh yeah, there's also the Ghost Moose. We didn't look at this. It's not a Trampler. It's ethereal. 135 hit points, 12 protection. It's got Astral Glamour and recuperation, and it's kind of bad. Ethereal, built-in ethereal on a monster that starts with Astral is essentially useless. Like, it's one of the most useless things you could have. Like, it's valued to me at practically 0. Like, yes, it saves me 1 spellcast and researching alt 3. It's more valuable, I suppose, if you're not playing with Trusty Research. I will acknowledge that. It is a little trickier to get alt 3 if you're playing with random research. But still. No, we're just gonna go with this. Scales. Well, let's talk about our actual army. It depends on what the enemy has. If he's very high protection, like we're up against an Abyssia or an Ulm, or, you know, something just really beefy across the board that doesn't have shields. I guess that's... I didn't list 2 good examples, did I? High protection without shields. There aren't many nations that go for that. There are some, but I guess, yeah. Then the Arbalist is probably our best option. If not, then the Doppelsoldner is our best option, pretty much across the board. Either way, we need a fairly good amount of resources. I could maybe see Productivity 1, but I could also see Productivity 0. We'll go 1 and 1 because it's simple. We'll go Heat 1, of course. I could go Growth 1. I'm not horrifically opposed to it, but we'll see. So, yeah, we basically want 1 in almost everything. We need enough for Death Explosion, which is 5. And then I want enough in nature to cast Mother Oak at least, possibly Gift of Health. Beyond that, we're pretty flexible. You generally want like 3 in everything. We're not going to get that. We're going to have to ditch some stuff. Unless I want to go Imprisoned. And I don't really want to go Imprisoned because I do want him site searching relatively early. Because these elementals could save the day. So if we want more points, we have to go productivity 0, misfortune 1. And that'll get us a little bit more. Beyond that, we'd have to go death 1 or drain 1. I think we can ditch blood entirely, which doesn't save us much points. Could go Dominion 4 and then get that to 2. But that doesn't really save us much, you know. I hate to ditch Glamour, but I also don't really want to ditch anything else. So I'm not sure. 20 points might be left on the table here. I really can't imagine taking Death 1, but... Maybe. I don't know. I guess that's it. A 20-point surplus, you know, it's just, that's a lot. But I don't know what other options I really have. For mages, I think we were mostly looking at, like, the butchers. They do have 11 research, which isn't bad. So you could take Drain, which would get us that and that. Maybe worth it. For Bless, Death Explosion, as I said. Now, Death Explosion doesn't give you any fire resist, and it does 10 armor-piercing fire damage. So we have to take at least 10 if we want them to not just chain explode, which we kinda wouldn't mind, but I'm gonna go ahead and give them the fire resist. There isn't much else that we can give them that's just going to annoy the enemy. The only other thing would be Heat Aura, which is fine, but it's also kind of annoying for us, except they do fly, so it's probably not too bad. Other things that could be annoying would obviously be Fear or Dread. Or a Chill Aura. Or... Twist Fate would actually be pretty fun on them. But they're there to die. Keeping them alive for any longer doesn't really serve much of a purpose. Yeah, Dread would really be the only thing, but we'd have to take Magic 1 and Glamour 8. I'd have to give up a lot of other paths to take that. So really, I just think give them Heat Aura. And then outside of that, maybe just attack so they might land some hits before they die. It's really the only thing I can maybe hope for. Or picking a Bless for our mages or something like that. Let's go with that. It's a meme. We're doing meme shit. Bergamo. We're going to see how this goes. I expect this playthrough to be quite disastrous, but we'll see. Alright, I'm just going to check immediately who we're up against. Marithia. Well, the annoying part is he's going to be in the water pretty much immediately. He does have crossbows, but they're range 25. He does have shields, but they're all parry 4, so that's not too bad. He doesn't really have much in the way of ranged, so we could go Arbalest. But he also doesn't have super strong damage either. So I think our prot's going to work out pretty well. So I'm leaning towards Doppelsoldners. But I think, like... our slingers aren't going to really do anything. And I'm not even sure... Man, maybe the longbows could do stuff. Longbows with Hail of Burning Embers... Once we have that big fire resist up. That could be pretty good. All right, so we're making goose. We just gotta see how viable it is, and we're making doppelsoldners. And for mage, I think we said not the chef, the butcher. The butcher. For research, God, there's a lot of things. I actually lean towards Soldiers of Steel right away. If I'm gonna go in on prot, I like to really go in on prot, you know? They're undisciplined. I don't think I saw a single guy with tight rein, right? How the fuck is that gonna work with our bless? Well, unless they get blessed mid-air, then it can work. But obviously it has to be the first thing we cast. Yeah, it's not gonna work. We'll see how this goes. This is probably gonna be disastrous. Okay, I think they did get blessed. So, yeah, they have 11 attack. Oh, we don't have Death Explosion. That's right, we don't have Death Explosion for the first year. We also got routed. Yeah, okay, don't bring the geese. They're just gonna HP route us. Yeesh. Doppelsoldners are real slow, boy. The heifers might actually be better to expand with. Crossbowmen are just kind of scary. Yeah, they got fucking destroyed immediately. Two protection is just... I mean, everything's doing basically full damage to you. Perhaps I spoke too soon. Perhaps we should just stick with soldiers. Okay. Yeah, not bad against the heavy cav charge. 5 to a square, like I said, is pretty strong. That one feels a little bit iffy, though. I feel like they might easily go around me. I can give myself... Oh, no, they can't be guards. I was about to say, that would have been sweet. Nice. You like that. Oh. Ouch. Crossbowman. Alright, he took Nace. Not great. Not great. Assassinate enemy commander by firing and missing many times because you're a shitty assassin in a bar. Yep. Yeah, we probably could have skirted by with Sloth 1. It's fine. It's fine. And our god has arrived. The geese can lay their eggs. Fuck your crossbows, god damn. Jeez, because we're speed 4. It's abysmal. But after we clear out the crossbows here, we shouldn't have any problems. How's it going, man? You want to be friends forever? Also, we have a shit ton of money. Didn't really realize that. Right. Yeah, we want to make geese. Good. Well, let's see how it goes, shall we? Got his sacrets out. They are blessed. They have fire resist 10. Fuck. Why does this always happen? How do we always get fucked when we do anything with fire? The AI knows, man. The AI knows. Fire resist 10, Fate Weaving, Heat Aura 3. Can't really imagine this going more poorly. Now, granted, we do have that spell that will give us all fire resist. And I would say it's going to be pretty darn important. So that was under what? Alteration? Yeah, alteration 8. That's a long ways off, man. It's gonna be a rough couple years. Starving. Oh, because of the gluttony. Alright, I might have to move along some couple nature mages then. We're about to add a lot more gluttonous mofos. I'm just gonna drop off the geese here. And then I want to take the rest of the provinces. Just a little geese delivery, that's all. Here you are, good sir. Yeah, it helps when you have something pestering the fucking crossbowmen. Alright, good. Doesn't help when they have something really pestering your archers. Research is going all right. I probably could bump it up a little bit. If I wanted more nature mages. Half of these guys could do like the lesser spice blessing for free. It's a little expensive, but maybe for a bit. We're up to 3 nature, 5 air. It's tough. I mean, what do you expect? This is gonna be gonna be painful. I think there's no other word for it. I can't even cast regular Blessing of Spice. Get 3 nature. I can't even upcast it. Shit, man. I mean, this covers 4 area effects. Yes. Not great. I guess we probably should be all the way further back. Yeah, we could get a few Earth Mages in for Soldiers of Steel as well. Okay. This is going to be Summon Earth Power, Soldier of Steel. Okay. Helps out a little bit. Crypt in the Sand, Earthblood, Seepage, and Deep Crevice. Now you're talking my language. And 575 gold. Yeah, he's already generated a bunch of gems. There we had it. Alright, let's see how we go. This is our first look at the geese. Okay. Well, hey, look at that. Now, is that worth the investment? I don't know. Are we all on fire? Yep. And I'll tell you exactly why, and why it's a complete shit spell. God, this is like a face palm thing. Okay. Oh my god. I gave Heat Aura to some of my units. First of all, I forgot that the base one doesn't get fire resist, but that's neither here nor there, because even if it did, I wasn't giving that spell to all my units. I was giving it to some of my units. Which means that all the ones that Basically everyone. Everyone was just getting burned constantly by the heat aura, and they were just standing there. $326 Machimos. Crazy. Our PD did pretty well. We won. I don't love the numbers at this point, but yeah, we won. Where we didn't win was here, and that's not good. But also, this is distressingly high. Okay. Yeah, our income's getting a little spicy. But we defended there, that's good. We also defended here, which is pretty nuts considering. But boom! That's pretty good. Sets him on fire, too. He seems to really want to go with the Machimos, which is kind of good. They have pretty shitty protection, so our archers can actually do something. And our swordsmen obviously just butcher them. We lost, oh yeah. So this guy's... Our prophet has the heat aura blessing, but his mount doesn't. So he constantly is killing off his own goat. We could get barding with fire resist, though, and I might do that just because I don't like seeing that. We lost 18 Doppelsoldners, 7 Rangers, and obviously all the geese, who got 22 kills. Now, is that amazing? No, but it's a meme. And for a meme, I'm okay with this. A 3 kill to 1 death ratio is decent. We killed 310 Machimos of the 657 he had. I don't know why he's only making those units. I don't know. But yes, we certainly need that big... Once we have our entire army, fire resist 10 and heat aura, like, the game's pretty much done. We won't have to worry about any of his fire shit, including his fire snakes. And we're gonna just cook his Machimos. But as it is, we're obviously dying mostly to our... the heat aura and stuff. Although Ice Drake's getting 56 kills, and yeah, I mean, we have to just weather the storm here. It's not pretty, but we're bringing in reinforcements. Kendrick's on the way. Okay. After that, obviously, Legion of Steel is going to be our next big upgrade, but Alt 8 is going to take quite a while anyways. Yeah, I mean, we could make more units here. I'm certainly tempted to. Just like a little bit. Our income's holding fairly well. Okay, so there we sent in 31 geese. They got 23 kills. That's not super good. They're all clumping. We should separate them into... Honestly, like, if we separated those into 31 different packs, that would be the best result. That's not really feasible yet until I just have a lot of mages and stuff in the province, but yeah, anyone that is patrolling should have, like, a goose or two. That just ensures they go to different targets instead of all on one. And we want to spread out the death explosion as much as possible. I mean, of course, we're going to lose all the geese every time we get attacked. So it is a little bit of an annoying thing to do. But I don't have to put in all of them every time. But until we get situated, I will. Okay, so we can get some... Can only be cast at Iron Coliseum. We're at the Iron Coliseum. 2 nature, 1 earth. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we can get that. We can take a look at that. We do have alteration. Well, we have high alteration. Our mage is still going around searching. He's nearly done. There you go. Actually, this is a perfect example of why we did that. I didn't send in that much, but look at the coverage we're going to get this time. Look at that. Look at how much better that is. All around that pack. Routed. Done. Perfect. Defended. Good, good. Alright, so here is the Salt Elemental. 70 hit points, 13 protection, 16 MR, 30 morale, reconstruction 8%, which is 6 health a turn, I think. Amphibious, Trampler, Blind, Spirit Sight, Affliction Resist 4, and a Crystal Fist, 10 attack, 21 piercing. Despite being amphibious, it says Salt Elementals cannot survive underwater as they quickly dissolve away. I don't know exactly what that entails, but yeah, I don't know why they have amphibious then. Well, it just must be a thing of just all elementals or something. We're gonna need a bit of diversity, so I think we start making master chefs here. And get me another intendant. Okay, no, he hasn't checked every province yet. Pernia, we didn't have the geese this time. They lost 18 Doppelsoldners, 4 Rangers, and he took Ebis. Which is pretty annoying. Because it's another temple I have to rebuild. Once I get the army here, we'll take them out. He took Mir with 11 fucking sacreds? God damn! Sun off, fate weaving. Is this but they're not even blessed. Oh, that's his prophet. Fuck. Yeah, heat aura, fate weaving, sun awe. Insane, man. I mean, he lost 4 of them. I don't expect him to go any further, but really obnoxious. Yeah. Very good. Starlit Pond, Geyser, Copper Idol, Thunder Oak. Very nice. How did he get there? What? Step to the Iron Order and Mechanical Men. How does that happen? I don't know. Yeah, but it's annoying. It's annoying stuff. Okay. Yeah, so we can look at the other ones now. I feel like the salt is the only one that's worth its salt. We lost fucking shit. I didn't have PD anywhere. I had all this money. Now I don't have any monies. Okay, we gotta cool it on the chefs here and the units here. The geese are fine. They're dirt cheap. But I think we gotta cool it a little bit on units. So here's the Butter Elemental. 90 hit points, but 0 protection. Slash Blunt Pierce Resist. Slimer 1. So I think it's an MR check versus, I don't know, I'd guess 11 or something to avoid slow and -2 attack defense. Undestroyable 2 and Buttery Crush. 15 attack, 13 armor piercing, plus Buttery Splatter. Very strong against high prot, but that doesn't really help us too much here. Still lean towards salt. But we'll look at that. I'm gonna have you go on. I don't want to throw away 39 birds for nothing. Okay, so what's our gem income at this stage? 2 fire, 7 air, that's pretty strong. 2 water, 4 earth, 2 astral, 1 death, 3 nature, 3 glamour. So really big air for some reason. But we're gonna go ahead and cast Mother Oak. We'll just put the base amount into it for now. Okay, good. Alright, there's the Herb Elemental. 55 hit points, size 6, 13 protection, 14 defense with parry 4 shield, 15 MR, 30 morale, amphibious, ethereal, spirit sight, poison resist 25, a bronze sword, length 2, 13 attack, 16 damage, and major herbal wind. 12 attack, 30 armor negating fatigue, AoE 1. Jeez. This is a pretty nice infantry unit. Dang. Okay. That changes things. Two nature gems. And what do you have to have exactly? 2 nature, 1 air to get those. Okay, so you, and you can all cast that perpetually. It has to be cast at the capital. Damn it. It is pretty annoying. I do have multiple mages that can cast it, but I might ship them back. Is that the best use of my nature spells? Well, hard to say. I mean, the trampling salt elementals are also pretty darn strong. Oh yeah, let's check out the voltaic harvesters. Salt elementals have 70 hit points, 13 protection, reconstruction, and trample. Considering his generally mid-range damage, I'd probably say the salt elementals are better. If he had more archers or something, I'd value the shield here more and the ethereal. But having trample on his large amount of infantry with mid-range damage is probably the way to go. The nice thing is we just need these guys to do that. Let's do, yeah, 5 a turn. Yeah, size 2 is pretty freaking good, man. Okay. No. God damn it. Just trying to go fast. It's good enough. God damn it. I'm down to no money. All recruitment, just stop. I'm gonna need riches from below. Riches from beneath, whatever you want to call it. Riches from beneath. Yeah, we're gonna need that. But that's a ways off yet. There's our voltaic harvesters. 5 hit points, 18 protection, 10 defense, 12 MR, 50 morale, 4 amphibians, shock 15, fire 15, cold 15, poison 25, exhaustion 10, exhaustion 10. That seems terrible, right? They have 2 blade hands, 12 attack, 16 slashing. Oh, they do have overcharge 5. True. But, it says they last twice as long, but I feel like it's half as long. Am I crazy? I mean, I can throw them on the field and just see what they do. But, it sure seems like they're just gonna die. Oh, their combat speed 18. Okay. Yeah, I guess for now, research, because what else am I gonna do? Yeah, we just gotta get situated. Supply usage negative 4,811. How the fuck does that happen? Oh, because our god has supply bonus 5,050. What? Oh, also it mentioned she receives a significant penalty to astral and death magic. Good thing I read that. I would have dropped those and gone for glamour and blood. Whoops. Reading is so good for you. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I mean, these things fatigue out, like, instantly. And they just sit there. So, they're definitely not lasting twice as long. I don't know who filled your head with lies. We lost 15 Doppelsoldners on that. 1 Ranger. Obviously all the geese. But they got 54 of the kills. That's the most. And we lost 13 of the Voltaics. Not worth our air gems, that's for sure. I'd much rather have Draconians or something. What I'd really like to have is fucking Dominion. But we're struggling on that front. And Juggernauts is not really going to be on the table. Actually, I don't have to move them. They're not going to get heat aura until they're in the air, so whatever. Just give everyone a couple and go on with your life. It's a meme strat that we did. And it's done something. Can't say it's completely useless. Alright, we're about to get Alteration 8. This is the moment. So, person that has to cast that has to have 3 nature and some amount of fire. I don't remember. Four nature, 3 fire. Outside of our pretender, that's a tall order. So I think he's going to do it for now. She's going to do it. Sorry. Okay, well, for now, just drop that off. Yeah, I thought we converted temples, but apparently not. Maybe I had to have a priest there. But okay. We are here, and I'm going to construct a palisade here while we're standing. Let's screw this place. And you are going to go build a temple there. Okay. You are now on patrol. You're going to cast Greater Blessing of Spice. The entire battlefield! Plus 10 fire resist and heat aura. It's gonna go hard. Be conservative after that, though. We got Jodolf, the Van Remnant. The Van Remnant. 2 air, 1 earth, 3 death, 1 glamour. He is a heretic too, which does not help me in my current situation. At all. We're kind of getting Dom killed here because he's got control of the water. What can I do about that? Well, that's a good question. We could take herb elementals down there. We could get large amounts of herb elementals, and they would kind of struggle. He would struggle against that. So that might be worth transitioning to. For now. We are having severe Dominion problems, though. We're at risk of getting Dom killed unless I make Priest stat. And we don't have great priests, unfortunately. We have a lot of fucking mages, but not much in the way of religion. Rector it is. And vicars. Just make them. And you make... We don't have a temple here! That's pretty bad. How did that end up happening? Okay, well... You quickly make a fucking temple. How did that ever happen? Alright, you're gonna cool it on that, and we're gonna do Daphne packs for a while. Anywhere I can make priests, just start making fucking priests. That's what the AI does, that's what we gotta do. Problem with some of these is they have that divine insight thing. But yeah, anywhere, just I want to see like 8 priests on every province preaching, praying the gay away, as they used to say. Alright, we're gonna get enchantment 6. That's good. We could get mechanical militia. It does help us quite a bit. Assuming I can cast it. I have 3 earth. I can get... I couldn't... I'll probably just fucking boost astral so I can make the coin. So that gets us to 5. And that allows us to cast mechanical militia. But gems are going to be in somewhat short supply. We're going to probably dump all air, because I don't know what else I'm going to cast air gems on. So it's nice to have it, but thanks for nothing. We also, we also have... Yeah, I mean, I don't think there was an option. Oh yeah, these guys can get 3 earth. Right. So Marble Army, we should get online as well. And then I think we might just have to start kicking his ass, to be honest. We're not going to win. I don't think Juggernauts are on the table. We can go further down Conjuration to maybe get something. We can do it where we combat summon some big stuff like Salt Elementals. But that just seems like not super efficient. I guess it's they're pretty good. And if I just had like 8 mages casting 2 of them a battle, that's 16 extra Salt Elementals every battle. That's pretty good. Oh yeah, there's also some of the evocation stuff, like Rain of Butter, Herbal Blast, maybe. I just don't think we're going to get to much other globals except for Gift of Health, but obviously that's not a big solution at the moment. So, yeah, I would say construction, because we want some stuff either way. We want an enchantment 6 for, right, the riches from beneath, which is honestly starting to look a little redundant. I might hold for mechanical militia and other things. Yeah, spend all your money on fucking rectors. This is getting dicey. Doesn't help that we neglected some temples for a while here. I don't have Dominion in my capital. That is a pretty bad situation, man. I think I will cast... Oh yeah, we need Earth Boots. Okay, someone just make him Earth Boots. Oh, he also needs... We need more than that, don't we? We need the coin. I have to empower myself an astral. And technically I have 3 astral, which is really annoying. And that's right when he decides to hit Epernia. When I don't have my nice big Fire Bless that I spent half the game preparing for. Salt Elementals all died. Questionable if that was worth it. We lost 105 Doppelsoldners on that one. 11 Rangers. 20 Salt Elementals that got 70 kills. Yeesh. Yeah, 6 Ice Drakes got 171 kills. Go fuck yourself, man. Jesus Christ. But what a bullshit unit. What a bullshit part of the game. I didn't even look at the items you can make. Singular Escargot. Plus 30 poison resist, blunt resist, minus 50 swiftness. It's pretty funny. Right, the coin. Okay. We got a decent force for going underwater. That's +1 to astral, not +1 to earth. Why do I always think it is? Why do I always confuse that? Earth is really hard to boost. 60 earth gems if I want to boost to 5. What else am I gonna do? Like, we're fairly screwed here if I don't get more money and mechanical militia. So I think I just have to bite the bullet. I think we're also screwed due to Dominion, but we'll see. We've got a lot of preach checks here. So obviously we're going to need to dump air. Okay, we're fighting back against the machine. Seems like it might be working. Okay, good. Good. Alright, we got riches. So now, think we can maybe cool it on priests now. I'm feeling good at this point. Well done. Well done, guys. Did your jobs. We got good income, so we're going to start getting a few of these. We want to get Marble Army going. That'll be a big boost to our army's capabilities. I don't think we're recruiting anything anywhere, so let's get some more Doppelsoldners here. Get some Rangers in there. Yeah. Okay. Alright, let's see it now with our Super Bless. Our Super Spell. On the entire army. There you go. Fire resist 10 on everything and heat aura on everything, including PD. And man, we fucking needed it. Jesus, he sent a lot in. Sent in 677, 550 of which was his Machimos. I lost an Intendant, 98 Doppelsoldners, 16 Rangers. Now, his Ice Drakes got 285 kills, so obviously a lot of that was on his own Machimos, which is good, but I still managed to lose 98 Doppelsoldners to something, and I would imagine a good number was to the Ice Drakes. So, if he's going to keep that up, we kind of need Cold Resist. And getting Frost Flesh... Or no, whatever it is. It's Alteration, Fire, Flame Flesh Army. That's what we need. 4 fire, 2 fire gems. It's fairly simple, right? Honestly, Bergamo could probably cast that after Greater Blessing of Spice. Although that is 400% fatigue. Or 400 fatigue, and it's 225% cast time. So... it'd be better to find anyone else to cast that. So, going from 2 fire, well, really, 2 fire, up Phoenix Power to 3, and then upcast 3 gems. Phoenix, Fire in a Jar, and the Elemental Apprentice. Done. So all I have to do is make the Elemental Apprentice... oh, Eternal Horse Roast. Plus 8 hit points, plus 1 strength, 3 supply bonus. Nice. Elemental Apprentice and the Fire in a Jar. And then you're good. Phoenix Power, Flame Flesh Army. Simple. Also, Marble Army. which is trickier. Definitely. It's 4 earth, 3 earth gems. So I need to make the crucible, which I can. And we have enough gems, so just make the crucible. And then you just need to make earth boots for yourself. We should have a guy with 3 earth. Did we not get one with 3 earth yet? Okay, I don't even need it, really. Yes, I do. Yes, I... Do I? No, don't. Earth boots to 3, earth power to 4, 3 earth gems, done. So we don't even need the 3 earth. We do need earth gems, though. We got Wilhelmina, the sushi chef. Hot damn. Okay. Summon Earth Power. Marble Army. Done. Look at how nice that is. Yeah, we kind of ditched the goose strategy just because it's really annoying to split them apart constantly. But it worked for a bit. Did some stuff. Okay. Wilhelmina has 4 nature, 2 water. Damn. So alternatively, as another option to make things even more ridiculous, we could get to Serpent's Blessing to get poison resist to everything and then follow Vapors. But 5 poison resist doesn't really guarantee you won't get poisoned, and it's just not worth risking. We do, however, have a shit ton of these, so we should get in the water. So I'm going to make a ring of water breathing. And these things are magic, right? Yep. So I need a good magic leader. Ideally one with 50... Well, no, I guess I don't need... No, we just need decent leadership. Like 50. There you go, 70. Arugula. We'll get you your ring, and then you can head down. How did we... I don't know if they were doing anything important. I imagine not, but it's kind of annoying. Guess I probably should give you guards. I'd like to give you goose guards. Give you those. And you probably should have guards. And then there's also this guy that needs guards. He'll get them. Okay, arugula. All right, good. Yeah, I mean, I imagine they'll be pretty darn good. You're not sacred, though, unfortunately, so we'll have a priest follow you along. And in a few turns, we're going to get Mechanical Militia. By hook or by crook. Alright, he's attacking with just bullshit to waste my time and waste his time. Alright. I mean, eventually he's gonna come in with the Doom stack, but I think we're ready at this point. The only other thing that would be probably nice is for him to cast... for him to cast Army of Mist. It might be a little tricky, though. Alright, let's see the elementals. The ethereals. Okay. He's giving him fucking fire aura, heat aura, underwater, which doesn't do anything, but even if we were above ground, it would just burn us because they don't actually have... we don't have fire resist. So maybe I should script you to do something a little better than that. Regen or something. I don't know. Just don't do that. Alright, we got a good amount of money. Couple turned away from mechanical militia. Battle in Epernia. Did he come in? Oh lord, did he come in? Right on the back line. Alright, our Doppelsoldners have 26 protection. That's pretty good. We got heat aura on everything. That's pretty good. But yeah, his flyers are just gonna bread most of my commanders. Well, that was probably questionable. He came in with 1,700 units! 1,251 Machimos. Oh my god. 989 deaths. I lost 3 commanders, 113 Doppelsoldners, and 27 Rangers. I gotta tell you, I really question our odds of defeating him in a military victory here. That was with cold resist, right? Or did I? Yeah, we definitely had. No, Cass. I saw Flame Flesh Army go up. I don't see cold resist on my units, unless my our spell casting was interrupted. For me to try to find our fucking mage casting this. You. Yeah, you cast Flame Flesh Army. And you fatigued the fuck out over it. Now it's saying you didn't cast anything. I don't know, really. You have Battle Fright, and that's pretty bad. I don't know, you didn't cast shit. I'm not sure what to think. But the Ice Drakes are a severe fucking problem. Mechanical Militia solves pretty much all our problems on defense once we get it. So, there's that. Alright. We gotta do a bit more gem dumping. But now we can cast Mechanical Militia. Oh. Right, we have to put it into Earth, dude. let's see how this goes. That is another nasty, scary army. But we got iron flies now distracting his flyers. Some of them, at least. Well, he sent in another 1,100. We killed 540. We lost the Master Chef, who was casting Flame Flesh. We lost 2 more Butchers. One of whom was the Earth Mage, but he's pretty replaceable. I guess they're all kind of replaceable. 6 Doppelsoldners, 10 Rangers. Our actual unit count is pretty darn low, but we can really crank up the PD now. Tomato, you now get upgraded. Tomato, done. You're now going to be casting Marble Army. Good. And this is going to, well, we need a replacement. Okay. We need a replacement. Someone with 2 fire. We don't have one with 2 fire. Okay, give me another Master Chef until we get one. Of course, Arugula had 2 fire. I sent her along. Alright, we'll auto-search for the moment. Okay. We have a lot of Rangers. We have a lot of shit. Good. Tempted to go back to Salt Elementals, but they just seem to get mobbed down anyways. It's tricky when you just have so many enemies. You really need overwhelming numbers yourself, otherwise it's tough call, although Army of Mist would really be pretty clutch. Making an air booster, though, is sort of tough. Usually you need 5 air or 4 air to do it. So we could empower an air. We have a decent amount. But I worry about what happens if I don't... I'm not here for that. It's getting a little risky to take off the job. I mean, it's gonna be an unholy doom stack when he comes for me. Question is, controlling the water, having priests all over the place there, can I dom kill him? What's his priest level? Strong, but possibly insane. Well, that helps. It's tough. If we put everything into Astral, when we power him up in Astral and we just go nuts with Astral, we might be able to do a Juggernaut strat. But It still will take a while to get the gems we need. And it's a lot of taking him off the field. But with Mechanical Militia in place, I feel a lot more confident. Oh, he's going for an alternate strat. And we're ready for him. Okay, well then if he's going that way, we'll enact our plan slowly. Alright, that gives us 4 astral. We don't really need much more than that. We only need 5, so it's 1 empowerment, and then I can start cranking. Except that we also want to do stellar focus, which might be six. No, it's 5. Okay, good. Then go for that, and we will dump nature, dump glamour, dump basically everything. It's our best bet, and I know, it's what we always do, but we don't always do it. We do it when we need to, and then that's just kind of fairly often, because the AI is the AI. Right, do we get a 2 fire guy yet? Surprisingly, no. Army regen would be the other thing that we could get going, which would be pretty nice. That would be enchantment 8, I think. Yes, doable though. Probably more important than that, although I think there was something at evocation. Well, herbal blast was pretty good. I don't know if there's anything at 8. No. So herbal blast I was thinking of. 3 nature, 2 air. There's probably someone that can do it. There you go. Helen could cast that. Yeah. Actually, does that require gems? I imagine. 1 gem. Alright. Get yourself a cornucopia. Filthy line, you know it. Alright, well, that's good. Good, I suppose. Surprisingly, he's not casting much globals, so there's room for me. And an AI that casts a lot of globals is freaking annoying. May as well bump this up to 100. Nice thing about 100 PD is the AI is a little skittish about it. Okay, we're up to 14 pearls. Now, obviously, Arcane Nexus is the beautiful one. But getting up to 8 astrals is going to be a little too tricky. If we get to 6, we can do the Ring of Sorcery. And that would be 7. This one doesn't really help us because we already have the coin, so we can't really have more than that. I think any other astral might be 9. So do I want to go for 9 just to try to get Arcane Nexus, or should I just get what Juggernauts we can and be happy about it? Alright, well, he's not there right now, so I'm gonna take advantage of that. Any juggernauts we can build, the better. Okay, I'm gonna go for Construction 9 just because why not? And then we'll go for Arcane Nexus because why not? And for now, we're just gonna dump every gem into Juggernauts. Battle in Epernia. Pretty minor one. Yeah, no problems there. Okay. You know, a little extra doesn't hurt. Battle in the Mire of Misery. So this is all PD. Ooh, he brought in Antrax the Prophet. Holy shit. All our mechanical dudes have obviously really strong fire resist. 15. Brutal. And he fatigues out his own shit with all that heat aura. Danica Militia, man. He just lost 467. I mean, I lost 466. It was damn close. But I had more. I had fucking more. Jesus. That's nuts. And then Epernia. Now, I don't have my Pretender. Oh, no, he didn't attack with shit. He's just an idiot. Okay. So Dominion-wise, we have passed him, which is a very strong sign that things are turning the corner to our favor. Ooh. This time we didn't get so lucky. Dang. Sent in 171 of his sacreds. That's pretty nasty. Okay. Do I have enough to beat that? Probably. I think we should take everything that's on patrol and just go. This place will hold for a turn or two. Oh yeah, we should take all our units. A lot of fucking units. We're not going to be able to rely on PD. Oh, Bean, yes. Bean. Okay. Yeah. It'll be pretty good. We have Marble Army. That's strong enough. Alright, he bumped it up to 300. It's a little annoying. See how it goes. Wasn't pleasant, I'll tell you that much. We lost an intendant, a butcher, 89 soldiers, 35 herb elementals, 100 rangers. We killed more than we got killed, but yeah, we lost a lot to heat auras without the nice fire buff. That was annoying. We do have replacements sitting here. Okay. Good. And now this straight back to 100, my friend. You'll get him next time. Did we ever get that 2 fire again? Oh, we did. Good. Yeah, I should have a second line of soldiers right behind the rangers. You know, when you're right, you're right. When you're right, you're right, you're right. Okay, I could have sworn I had another commander. Oh, Radish. Let's put that right there. Good. All right. Yep, we're doing quite well on Dominion now. He's getting crushed. He's not making juggernauts, and thus he will lose. That's how it works. Yeah. Lost a temple. That's all right. I have a lot of priests that can get right on it. Okay. Arcane Nexus is I don't know, 8 turns away or something. If I even need it. It's not looking like I'm gonna need it. We're doing quite well on Dominion now. He never went back in the water, thankfully. And our other gem income. I mean, this is why the Rainbow Mate. I knew, man. I fucking knew. It was gonna be a thing I needed. Needed gems, and I needed someone that could handle a lot of shit. Yeah, I mean, this is a boring phase for you guys, I'm sure, where I'm just skipping turns and not much is happening. No epic cool battles and mages and... Oh, yes. But we have tried such things. We have gotten cocky in the past in other games where I'm like, yeah, look how badass my army. I got all these big buffs and spells. We can just take shit. We're just going to kick his ass. Oh, wait. Nope. He kicked my ass. And now I'm in a really bad position, and this sucks, and I hate everything. So, no. We're not falling for that anymore. Just bite the bullet, skip 20 turns, and win the game. How about that? Oh, we got Arcane Nexus. Okay, just to like style on him, I guess we could. We have 46 temple checks, so I guess we could. We can make the Forbidden Light. It taints us, but we get +2 astral. Hell yeah. Bush Pickle, the Rector, was mentally attacked and killed. No! Bush Pickle! 7 astral. Telling me there's not a... Oh, there is the dimensional rod. Well, we're already tainted, and maybe a little insanity could help out. There you go. A little insanity for us. 8 astral. Nice. And now we get Arcane Nexus for 150 pearls. Dude, we got that in spades. Kidding. Probably gonna win just as I cast this. No, not quite. Okay, now we're gonna get big pearls. Okay. $19 pearls. I think that's usually what the one AI musters at this point. It's about 100 pearls he's spending a turn. Or 100 gems he's spending a turn, which is pretty insane. Oh, fuck. The Eater of... That happened so fucking fast! The Eater of Gods came out that fast? Oh, well, there goes Mechanical Militia. There goes a lot of things. We're a lot more vulnerable now. Okay. We gotta get him back pretty fast to at least get Mechanical Militia online. I hate to take all my preachers off. The Juggernauts are gonna help, but yeah, that's a little worrisome. He's gonna sense my weakness. Yep, he sensed my fucking weakness. That little piece of shit sent 71 of his sacreds down there. Unblessed. Alright, I need Earth Boots stat. Like, today, really. I'm gonna just transfer this real quick. Fucking hell. Okay, thank God. Oof. Crisis averted. Okay. Alright, we have enough money. I don't have to worry about riches from beneath. And I don't even really think we needed the other stuff. It was just for fun. He does need 5 astral again. I hate that it doesn't give me my loot that I had. Eater of Gods just devours it. So, I think we avoid painting and just go to 5 and be happy with it. Except I'm still tainted. That doesn't really go away when you die. It slowly fades the longer you stay dead, but if you come right back, you're definitely still horror marked. So there's not much I can do about that. I'm just going to make Juggernauts here because it doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, and he's permanently insane. 2%? Come on, dude. That's annoying, because then I have to reset his spell casting. I think we're pretty darn close to winning. It ended up being long... Oh, we ran out of gems. Yeah, I'll show you. You're not running out of gems anytime soon, man. You got this. Please don't stop making Juggernauts. When the intrusive thoughts come in, just ignore them and keep making juggernauts. It's good for you. Nearly there. Yep, he's just about to fold. We got this. Come on. Come on. No, come on. Come on. You know, all the random numbers and fucking shit. Oh my god. What, he's bouncing back? What the fuck? Random numbers? I guess it's possible. My music ended, though. That means the game needs to end. It can happen just, like, suddenly. Like, it could happen right this turn if it all just collapses in one go. Or it could take forever. Like, he's beating me back now a little bit. Despite my massive juggernaut creation. I mean, I can keep making them forever. Pretty much. Actually, can I make them? Let's see. It's 25 pearls. I need 21 pearls per turn from other sources. I get 10, 16, 21, 24, 27, 33. So that's about 16 of 21 I need. So no, I can't actually make it forever, but pretty darn close. No, it's quarter of that. No, it's pearls. So yes. Yeah. Pumpkin, the trained professor, riding a mechanical ant. Cool. Come on, he's right on the brink. It's amazing he's holding on, but he does have strong priests. You know how many temple checks I have? Surrender, damn it. You can't win. How many do I have? 64 temple checks to his, like, 18. Unless he's also making them. Did we ever see his pretender? Did I ever see... What's his bless? Oh, fate weaving. Oh, he definitely is probably making juggernauts. Yeah, he's almost certainly being a little piece of shit about it. But he makes all sorts of stuff. There you go. We did it. Heroic victory. I mean, look, I make these videos for myself. It's nice if you're watching this. I enjoy, I appreciate it. But I make these videos for myself, so I do what I enjoy. And god damn it, I enjoy winning however I can. 1v1 against Mighty AI used to be, a few months ago, I thought it was just an impossibility. I thought I would never do it. I thought I'd never want to do it. I just didn't like Mighty AI, so on and so forth. And now it's like, Mighty AI? I mean, ignore the fact that we lost, like, our last game and all that, and blah, blah, blah. But any way that I can win this, that's what I'm going to do. That's what it's all about. And as we've seen, it's not just saying, "Oh, I'm going to turtle up on the border and they just can't win." And well, like, no, they definitely can bull rush past me. If they bring enough of units. And they sent, what was that, like 1,700 units or some shit they send at me? That's tough, man. Unless you have a super combatant that can just handle 5,000 units and be fine. Handling that with an army of your own is always going to be a little tricky. There's just a lot that can go wrong. And he's got ice drakes in there, and we have to adapt to different stuff. We have to hold for long enough, and retake the water provinces and so on and so forth, and get our gear going and get globals going. And, I enjoy the whole process, even if we have done pretty much the same thing, time and time again. Because every nation's different. Every nation we're going to fight against is different. So I enjoy it. All right, so Merseyshire. Again, pretty good. This guy, I wish he made more nations. Like, if he had the output of Enraged Eggplant, we'd really be eating good. Because this one and Ardania is just a lot of fun stuff. It's not grossly overpowered or anything. There was nothing here that was overpowered. If anything, it was maybe a little underpowered. It's hard to say. I mean, Doppelsoldner's 13 attack, 17 slashing on a size 2 unit is pretty nasty. Like, that can certainly dish out the pain. And they have 21 protection on the body, and 14 defense, and 13 MR. But they only have 4 speed, 8 encumbrance, and 8 hit points. So they are still very vulnerable, especially like any armor negating, like shock damage or something like that, is going to decimate the entire thing. And we saw even like the Frost Drakes and stuff, and they were getting loads of kills. I don't know if theirs is... I don't think theirs is armor negating. I'm pretty sure it's armor piercing. Frost... Ice Drake. No. It's 5 armor negating. That's how I was losing so much. Anything armor negating is going to decimate these guys. But at the same time, I don't know what I would have switched to that would be better. That's the thing with these little units. They're all going to have extremely low hit points. I mean, is there a world where the prize-winning Heifer could have worked? Maybe, but 2 protection is just really tough. It's really damn tough. Even with Hard Skin and Marble Army active, which I think would bump you up to like 15. I think that math is correct. Like that, I mean, 15 protection and 35 hit points, and maybe something else on top of that with a size 6 trampler. It could have been pretty good against a human-sized nation, but it's tough. And to get the Marble Army, relying on that as your sacred, it's just tough. So I don't know what really Bless would have been great. All of our sacreds are really just kind of shit. But we had some good summons, like the Herb Elemental. That's a very solid summon. Look how many we had. If you can get Mother Okup, which is 10, getting 5 of these per turn for like the rest of the game is really strong. I mean, this is a great unit. 55 hit point, 13 protection on the body, 15 defense with a shield, 15 MR, 30 morale, ethereal, spirit sight, 14 attack on a length 2 sword for 16 damage, and an AoE 1, 30 armor negating fatigue. That's really good shit. And the Salt Elemental, really good. I didn't even look at the Spice Elemental, but yeah. So you had some good summons. We didn't look at any of the death ones or anything because we didn't have much death income. But yeah, I think it's a fun, balanced nation. It's got all the silly elements to it for sure, but I wasn't that bothered because mostly I just hear about the gameplay. So the only thing that bothered me was our shitty sacreds. But still, I think there's multiple ways to play this nation. And I think they are fairly adaptable. So it was a good game. But my name is Mangg. This has been Dominion 6. I'll see you fine folks next time.